When you're curious and creative, things go better with Tweed. I'm talking Tweed Ontario and Collabo Camp. Our host is on location, nestled within 100 acres of woodland with Wolverine. And now, the man who thought wood is something you wake up to, Sauce Babie!
So yeah, roll out.
Mic check.
I never even tell niggas it's rolling until
You heard?
5 minutes after.
Now we rolling.
Yo, by the way,
Yeah, we rolling. We 5 minutes in.
I heard that on a Clubhouse talk. Like one of the best things you can do is start
Nah, you get
start
the
recording
you
like
get,
15 minutes prior. Not tell them after.
get the most.
Are you on Clubhouse,
shit like
Corey?
that.
I'm listening.
Oh, you're just one of the guys. He one of the
You never
cats that
catch me
the
on
Clubhouse,
stage. You know what I mean?
He puts his mic on mute and he's just listening to what the gal them are. He's preing the gal them's conversation.
So you guys are rolling
Clubhouse.
now? Ready?
I thought we've been rolling, dog.
Those coughs out? Yeah.
So yeah, Corey's the man that just on Clubhouse. He's the type of guy that puts his mic on mute while he's chefing up while he's at work too.
Fam, I don't even make it to the stage.
Hooks it up to the portable speaker.
You're the Clubhouse champion. Champion bubba for the teacher.
the liquor. What? That's your.
Oh man. This episode here, what are we on? Episode 29. Before we get into this, is brought to you by Snow Allure. Be like snow, cold but beautiful. Let's go, folks. Let's try some of this.
Cold but
Let's
beautiful.
try some of this out. Live from camp. Sorry.
What do you see?
Collabo Camp.
Right?
Right? No, I'm not the CEO. But
Camp collab.
I stay with the snow, man. You know what I mean? I gotta stay with the snow.
Yo, hold on. What was that line again? You said cold but beautiful.
Be like snow, cold but beautiful.
I like that.
You like that, eh?
I like that.
It's like what you said earlier, Deez. You gotta be, you know what I mean? Life's not to be taken too
was
like
off the top?
You gotta leave. No, that wasn't off the top. That's a slogan. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But we still gotta be cold at the same time. We gotta enjoy it while we're here, because we only got one to live. Live from Collabo Camp. Episode. What we on? Sean Rich is in the building. That's here swagging with the rips in the jean. All right, let's see. What do you say? He had the cuff seam. What do you have?
The what?
You said he had a seam or something he had. Yo, mans are on episode 29. You are now tuned into the sauciest podcast in the world, folks. Live from Collabo Camp. Got my guy with me. Sorry. Yeah, Collabo Camp got my guy to the left of D's, Corey. How you doing right now?
You know, just enjoying the scenery. We out here in Tweed.
Yeah. We definitely got the, what would Styles we say? We got the greenery to control the scenery. Got my guy Monlike with me.
Yes.
What's over your shoulder right now?
Yes.
What are you wearing right now?
Man, I came with the $1 million championship belt. You feel me? I feel like $1 million as of late. I feel like a lot of people want my position. You feel me? So I'm just showing that. I'm just walking around with the $1 million belt.
Why they hating on you, D's?
I have no idea. I think it's because I do good, clean business.
The mission, man.
Not everyone's down with that.
You feel me?
No, where'd you get that though, fam?
What you mean, man? I got this from Vince McMahon himself.
Shouts to Big Boss Farms.
I already know who lost against you already too. I know.
Just the Big Boss.
Someone got a box. For
Shouts to
that
that epic CDM trade that I haven't received yet as a care package for my podcast. So why? Somebody passed me a light. Bro. There's a Big Boss matches. Why? I mean, it's a nighttime vibe. Definitely. You're always like up to something. You didn't bring food this time, right? No. You know, every other episode. There's the episode with Alicia. Like the gal them are like, yo, there's no food. This guy.
Fam, you should really be supplying food. For
Yo, wait. No. First of all, look at this table. This is the last dinner table. This is the table that like the last supper, the last dinner, whatever they call it. There should be at least 10 different meals on this table alone.
Yeah, this is the third episode I've done with you. Then there's never been food.
You had 3, huh?
It's the third one I've been to.
Yeah, I think I'm at 3 too. You
There's
know,
never been food, bro.
ever.
Corey, what's the guy's name on the food channel that makes all the burgers and stuff? It's the big.
Maddie Mathewson?
These niggas think I'm him. They think I'm the.
He's
I'm
doing
the black
festivals
Maddie Mathewson.
and everything.
What y'all think this
I
is?
didn't ask you to cook.
Oh, just to have it.
Just
catered.
have it on deck.
Okay, I hear you. Like some finger foods and stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you guys though. Everybody's been telling me this.
Pause.
Shouts to Rainey. I think that was episode 27. She's like, how are you gonna have
I came
like
to your
gal
house and
coming?
I had to cook.
Yeah, that's true.
Maddie Matheson.
But she said that I had her come and try. What was it? I had her just try the sauce with no finger food. She's like, not even. Yeah, we had her try tamarind sauce.
That's the one I guess correct.
And hot sauce, and she's like, there's no Polari. So it's like people are just like lashing out on me because they said I have the guest trying vodka and just sauce. You can't do this. There has to be some
Nothing
sort
to
of-
bring them back to life.
Bro, it's not Polari, brother. It's Polori.
Polari.
Yo, it's what? It's not what, it is what?
It's not Polari. It's Polori.
You're saying the pronunciation has to be
Yeah.
on par. You can't mess with that.
Yeah. Hey, man, as long as they know what you're talking about at the stores, you good.
Yo, you ever had aloo pie?
What?
You ever had aloo pie?
Absolutely not.
Do you ever get to try that? You need to try that.
Is that a Trini dish?
Yeah.
A Trini special?
Yeah, that's a proper one. When I was a youth, I was in Trinidad. There was a girl that used to sell it out of a window of her house.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best aloo pie I ever had. Still, no disrespect to my Tanti Wilma. Still, rest in peace. But
your
that
Tanti
aloo
what?
pie, Tanti Wilma, my aunt.
Tanti Wilma.
Yeah, her aloo pie was good too. Still, but yo, I remember this girl. She would give me free aloo pies because she was selling them. See,
Through a window?
and her brothers through a window. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she's a couple years older than me too. You know what I'm saying? So the brothers, they pre'd the thing. They seen I was getting the free aloo pies. So one day I'm walking back. Because, one of them paged me already. I was playing basketball. Obviously, niggas in Trinidad, they more play soccer. You know what I mean? So I'm crossing niggas up. And a man said to me, he's like, yo, where you from? And I was like, yo, I'm from here. And he said, with that Yankee voice? That was one of her brothers. But, these niggas waited for me one day, bro. When I was walking back to the crib, they're in a tree, dog. All three of them, they're in a tree, in a guava tree. And I just heard
A guava tree.
Guava tree.
Yo.
dog, I just heard her.
Are in the guava tree?
Yo, what?
Third
Hey,
them started.
wait, I got a question. What does, what'd you call it? A aloo what? A what?
Aloo pie.
Aloo pie. What does that consist of? Like, what is that made out
Bro,
of?
it's almost like a potato double kind of dish. In that realm of dishes, doubles, Polori.
Okay.
It's like a seasoned potato pie kind
I'm
of
just
thing.
I'm just trying to see if it's something I'd sample.
I know you're right.
No, yeah, you're trying to see.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys remember a nice cassava pone?
Yeah. My grandma
Nice
made that the
piece of
other day
cassava.
still. Yeah,
Corey, what's your
enough
heritage?
people don't know about that.
My background?
Yes.
Greek and Croatian.
Okay.
Oh, Greek.
So let me ask you this. I want to ask you this.
He's from Barry.
Fuck out.
Don't worry about that, man. Listen, boy, Mister, boy. Listen, I'm telling you something. I want you to tell me the top Greek spot, or because I know it could be tough. Just give me at least 2 or 3.
Yo, I'm going to just say Esquires because it's on
Oh,
VP.
they-
Because it's on the strip.
Listen, if you didn't
And it's
say
open
that,
till 4 a.m.
if you didn't say that,
I'm going to catch a lot of flack for that one.
if
I'm
But
doing the same.
why would you catch flack for that
Are
though?
you niggas
wait.
crazy?
That's
That's
been
some-
around for 3 decades
That's some
at
dope.
least.
because it's definitely not the best, but it's on the strip and they're open till 4 a.m.
What about
Rating.
Is Square Boys Greek?
You can't.
Yeah, but I'm not counting them in that.
You're not gonna count them in that
I don't
category.
think so.
Why? Because they serve French fries? No.
Yeah, they put the burgers and French fries before the souvlaki.
Oh, before the okay.
Okay, before you go.
But Esquire is crazy though.
Before he goes at Corey's neck, I didn't ask him in exact chronological order. Like,
Esquire sucks.
no, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
I just went there. the other day.
You want to know why he says Esquire sucks?
Engineer, get this
Nah,
guy.
nah.
Me
You want
and
to
you
know
went
why?
there on your
session.
birthday.
Right. What? No, it wasn't my birthday. Didn't we go?
I mean, on my birthday. Sorry.
Fam.
on your birthday. Yeah, but it was like, well, it was lockdown. You and I would have been somewhere else already. But
Yeah, exactly.
remember, we had fish
That
and
was
chips.
like
Well, I
last
had fish and
resort.
chips. You can't.
That's an idiot thing to get.
I had
You got fish
souvlaki.
and chips
I
from
had
Esquire.
souvlaki.
They have the fish and chip spot
Why
next
not-
door.
Why didn't you go to Johnny's for that?
They have a next spot next
Or the
door.
fish-
Yeah, they have a.
You don't get fish and
Yeah,
chips
yeah,
from
yeah.
Esquire.
He got that.
What the fuck?
We both decided we was going to Esquire.
That's like my nigga going to Harlem. What's the place called? Cecile's or whatever that place is called. The nigga got meatloaf.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yo, Goat's dying.
Fuck is that?
Yo, I hope he sees this. I hope he sees this and just can hear a Jamaican Toronto man hear that and be so perplexed at a man going into a spot and ordering a meatloaf. Like
That's like senior's food, yo.
Yeah,
outside.
that's crazy. That's TV dinner. Like
when you only have gums left in your mouth, like
hungry man.
Yo, D's.
Yo.
You're a man that spent a lot of time in New York, right? So I wanted to ask you: is the spot where Elliot Ness got sent to get the cheesecake really is that one of the top of top?
I don't consume cheesecake.
Oh, you're not a cheesecake guy.
Didn't they get sent to Philly for cheesesteak?
Sorry, yeah.
No.
Oh,
Brooklyn.
Oh, okay,
They
Brooklyn.
walked
For
to
the
Brooklyn.
cheesesteak, sorry, the cheesesteak, right?
No, for cheesecake.
So
They
was it
walked to Brooklyn
cheesecake?
for
Yeah, right.
cheesecake.
I was right.
I don't
Yeah, I didn't watch Making the Band still.
I do not consume
You
cheesecake.
didn't watch Making the Band?
I did not.
I thought you were of the culture. That's crazy.
Are those two things mutually
Is
exclusive?
that a big thing?
Come on.
Yeah.
I watched the After Hours battle when Enes battled Jay Mills.
This nigga likes bars.
Corey, what was your other half again, sir?
Croatian.
Wow.
Don't
Yo,
ask
shouts
me
to all
nothing
my-
about Croatia. Still,
All
I
right,
grew
just
up saying
shouts
I
to
was
all my
Yugoslavia.
beautiful Croatian women out there. You know who you are. And y'all got great pit bulls too, by the way. Y'all got great.
What is this guy?
No, that, if you guys know,
What is
your-
this
if
guy
you guys
talking
know, like you
What
know,
is he
it's a Croatian thing. Am I right or wrong, Corey?
Yo, I couldn't tell you, but it sounds wrong. It
Do
sounds
your
wrong.
homework.
Wait,
No, man.
pit bulls?
There's a lot of breeding out there. A lot of like pitties come from Croatia.
I thought it was
No.
American bullies.
But listen to me. I could tell you guys stories. But one of my homies, he's a pity man, and he like the plug's Croatian, and it's a thing out there. And the dogs are trained
Like
very well.
he's in
There's a
Croatia,
lot of
Croatian.
pit bulls and man's
That's
breed.
crazy.
Yes, it happens.
Like so the dogs are being shipped from Croatia.
Yo, exotic pit bulls
That
from
happens too, believe it or
Croatia
not.
is crazy.
That actually happens too. To tell you
Yo,
about
isn't
it.
that what G Herbo got locked up for?
I don't know. G Herbo is doing all types right now.
For what?
For selling, what was it? Was luxury puppies or some
Oh
shit?
Jesus
I
Christ!
don't know, bro.
Shout to Daily Deposits.
I was about to.
You know the young boy Josh. Shouts to Josh. You know what I mean? These brothers, they got it's like a thing going on. Bunch of athletes where the goal is to motivate others daily by depositing time spent on their craft, no matter the sport or hobby. This is
Yes,
what I'm
big
wearing
up
right here.
Jahid.
Big up Jahid. You know what I mean?
Daily
My family.
deposits.
Pops is from the ends. You know what I mean? And he actually got a soccer scholarship. So him and a whole bunch of his
What scholarship? I'm sorry.
soccer.
Oh, that's what's
Football,
up.
they would call
Yeah,
it.
yeah, football.
We
That's
would
what's
call
up.
it. But yeah, and they you know, just a collective of it's just a whole bunch of athletes that have come together, track stars, and you know what I mean, daily deposits. You know what I mean? So just about what we're depositing, the time that we're putting. Speaking of time spent, right? There's something that said we all have they say that we all have the same 24 in a day. It's just how you choose to use it.
That's a fact.
And shout out to my brother Randell, who was on Goat. You would probably remember. I don't remember what number episode he was on, but he said he believes that it's like, okay, so we've all entered a date when we were born, and then you have your exit date. But the dash in between is what really is the mark that you'll leave. I'm speaking on leaving your mark. We've come to hear the recent news of the passing of DMX. You guys can just throw some stuff out there, some memorable moments on the mark that he left. And I mean, it's for me, like just off the top. I mean, me and a couple of the homies always joke about it was in Belly. He's like, Jamaica's good. Jamaica's very, very good. You know what I mean? But
Let me tell you this: DMX was responsible. This is I am the most grateful for this. DMX is responsible for me as a kid being allowed to listen to music with swearing again.
Jeez.
Because one day my mom said, "Yo, I used to listen to all music with swearing. It was not a problem, right?" My grandma used to hate on it. My mom was cool, buy me any CD. Then one day she's like, "Yo, yeah, no more music with swearing. Like you have to relax on those tunes." I was like, "Yo, it's crazy." So I have to sneak and listen. You know what I'm saying? So yo, my birthday came up. I must have been turning 11 or something, and my uncle bought me the DMX CD. That's what he was coming with. Dinner.
The Great Depression.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And my Dukes was like, because obviously DMX, he's known for the explicit CD these times, you know what I mean? My Dukes is like, yo, nah, he can't be bumping this. I told him no more swearing, you know? And my uncle was like, nah, the man's a rapper. What do you mean? He needs to hear this. Like, this is, you know what I mean?
Dark Man X
The
too, you know.
fire right now, like he needs to, you know what I mean? He needs this, he needs to take this in, you know what I mean? And my Dukes is like, all right, then yeah, from that day, bear swearing in the house.
For me,
Yes.
DMX. Like I've been introduced to rap a long time ago, but X was really that artist that kind of made me look at rap and be like, yo, like this rap thing is a bit deeper than what I always thought it was. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? X was the first person that made me look at rap kind of different versus in just like, you know, just a kid fanning out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's funny. One of the first, I'm not a rapper or nothing, but, you know, almost every kid dibbles and dabbles, paws into the studio growing up. You know what I'm saying? One of the first records I ever did was to the track Slippin'. You know what I mean? I wrote a little thing to the track Slippin' still.
Like a dub. Like.
Yeah, a little dub plate to the track Slippin'. You feel me? Yeah, rest in peace, X, man. That's crazy. You feel me? That's
Dark
crazy.
Man X.
Slippin's a crazy tune because it's the real version is censored. Like on the album, that tune is censored. They censor crack.
He performed
A
it.
couple other words on
He performed it. I seen him perform it like in his later years, and he performed it censored.
Yeah, like at Versus, I think he did.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, he performed it censored. I'm
That
like,
was
my
deep.
nigga.
That was
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to see.
Hey,
him
you
on
see that Versus? Hey,
I'm glad
look.
we got to see that.
You see Versus? This is what I keep trying to tell people. Cause you know, obviously people get more flowers the day they die than versus when they're here. But what I'm trying to tell people, I feel like Versus was that day where he got his flowers. That was like his BET Lifetime Award moment. You feel me? That's how I feel about the Versus personally.
His impact can't be understated. Like that's my first favorite rapper. Probably the first CD I ever bought on my own. Going to this, picking out As Dark as Hell's Hot, Flesh of My Flesh. Like that's my guy, man. R.I.P. Earl Simmons, man. 50
I have
years
a real
old.
appreciation for artists that made music when I was growing up that was like really bad in the sense of like you're not really supposed to be listening.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like
Nah, I
there-
hear
people
you.
see certain CDs back in the day and it's like, yo, you know what I mean? And those CDs, like when he had the blood all over him and shit, like those were those ones, you know what I'm saying?
Fam, that CD, I brought it to my aunt's house. She saw the front cover and the back cover, the names of the songs. She took it away from me. She confiscated it. She's like, my youths are not seeing this. For that whole weekend, I was CD this. At the same time, I'm like 11 years old with a Rough Rider sterling silver chain. We're in the mall. She's telling me, tuck the chain because we're out at Barry. Like, they're not ready for it. Like,
And that dude,
not ready for that chain.
fam, that dude though, to me is one of the most thoroughest human beings that I've ever seen in my life. You get what I'm saying? He was exactly who he was from day one to the last day. He was very open. He was very honest. He never ran away from the truth. You understand? And there's I don't really know anybody, not even just in music, just I don't really know too much people that really lived the open book the way he did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he faced his battles publicly and he never ran from nothing. And I feel like we can learn a lot from his life. Addiction is real. I hope that people really kind of look into addiction versus just seeing somebody that's addicted to something and kind of trying to write them off. And I really hope that doesn't overtake his legacy, because that man has done things that people hasn't even done till this day in this industry. You get what I'm saying? First of all, this nigga never changed his dress code from the day he entered the game. Dead ass. Even down to his GQ look. This nigga was in like a 5X Avrex
Yeah,
jacket.
only niggas that have been
chain.
able to pull that off is him and maybe Michael Jordan.
Maybe Michael, but Michael was never a fashion statement. Though.
No, but he wore the same thing
I hear
forever.
You. I hear you. Forever.
Yo, Dre's doing that too. He's been consistently wearing. Dr. Dre's been consistently wearing the same thing for at least 10 years now.
Like the oversized.
Nah, it's not an oversized. It's like a
tight
muscle man.
yeah.
Thermal.
Oh, yeah. His
But X was the
shit be
baggy
tearing
jeans.
out of his skin, like out of his.
But X's go-to was the baggy jeans with like paws, the thick kind of belt. You know what I'm saying?
Or the
and
overalls.
a white beater, or the overalls, or just a large shirt with that same beat with the Timbs. You know what I mean? It's never changed.
Never seen him in
Earl
the
Simmons.
Air Force, nothing. Tim's, dress shoes.
To add on to what Deez was saying, I seen recently Little X posted some stuff because obviously he worked with him, Director X. He said, quoted something. He said, I do what I want. I work with who I want. And anytime I break that rule, I regret it. And that was just a good, testament to his character. And you know what I mean? He said, sorry, that was one of the most important lessons of his career. That's what DMX said. And I mean, yeah, just to going with what you said, he was just it was just himself. You know what I mean? And we've seen a lot of
greasy rapper though.
yeah.
Greasy rapper.
And it's crazy because he was known for his like orthodoxy and bold delivery. He could yell at you, but then still speak to the ladies and go. And something I was gonna bring up.
Dog, you never heard the story Abad told about how DMX is battling a man, and then he said something, and then the dog barked,
Yeah.
and then he said,
Who told that story again?
he said, "Yo, chill," and then the bar rhymed with whatever. He kept going. You know what I'm saying?
And then something about his dog's gonna do him a thing. And the dog barked when he said that.
Yeah.
I can't remember who told that story. I remember that story. That story was crazy.
You know what I mean?
That story was crazy.
Yeah.
For me, sorry. It was like maybe 2000 or 99. It was Brenda, Letitia, Stacy, Tanya, Yolanda. 2000 was like it was between that time.
Do you remember all the names?
With Drew Hill.
Do you remember all the
Brenda,
names?
Felicia,
But these
Dawn,
just
LaShawn,
one.
Do you remember all
Inez,
the
and
names?
Wait, hold on.
close.
I
can
might
get
have
It was
close.
Brenda,
Hold on,
Letitia,
But yo,
Stacy,
Now let me hear the names.
Tanya,
Hold on. What's the names?
Teresa,
I did
Elisa.
a date check though. Yesterday on his discography, first two albums, 98. And then
And
there
they
was
both went
X.
platinum in
Both
the
went
same
platinum,
year.
First
In the
artist
same
to
year.
do that. Then the third album, and then there was X with What These Bitches Want, Party Up.
That
What's
was
My
99,
Name?
2000.
99, dog.
Right.
End of 99. And then he came right back with the Great Depression in 01.
He hit it with the trifecta.
And each one hit number one on Billboard.
If
Only person to do that.
I had this argument
4 times in a row.
I had this argument with somebody, and I don't even feel like it should be an argument if they really listen to just exactly what I'm saying and not to what they want to fucking hear. I truly believe if DMX died at the pinnacle, so
Of
the
his
time
career?
you're talking about, the pinnacle of his career, basically the times you're talking about, he would be in the talks of one of the greatest rappers alive between him, Pac, and Big.
Why?
Because of what was done. What did you just say? In 98, he dropped the 2 albums, the first artist to ever do that. You feel what I'm saying? To go platinum with both albums in a 365-day
same
calendar.
year. Yeah.
So now what that would do, if he just dies, car crash, whatever it may be, right?
Ghost
Murder,
status.
whatever it may be. Now there's mystique behind Earl Simmons. Was he going to drop 4 albums next year and go platinum with 4? So just based off of that, I think that would bring him in that category. Because that pinnacle at that time was never before seen.
Oh yeah, he changed the game. He's coming out on that gritty, cruddy shit while Puffy's running around like everyone's just coming off the bling bling era. Totally changed the game.
Yo, D's. One of the craziest things that happened. Corey and Trey could attest to this. You saw those playing cards. He's messing around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw this. Community 54.
So it's a photo. It's a little pamphlet of all these
Community 54.
photo booth in New
Out
York.
in New York, right?
So it's a
there's
collection
there's
of different
Yams
photos.
Is in here, a whole bunch of people are in here, right? You just came here too. This is all facts. This was sitting right here.
Yeah.
His brothers was right here.
I noticed it, but I was in trouble with it.
And the first thing that I opened.
This is yesterday
This is
when
true
we pulled
story.
up
These guys witnessed
the
this,
day
right?
he passed.
The first thing that I noticed right when I opened this little photo grid, right, for Community 54 was this.
Oh, that is
The very first, and look,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of people that like.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
That-
But like Yams
yeah.
is in there. I think Chris Breezy's in there, but like you don't know
Yeah,
them. Who are those
yeah.
people?
That's crazy.
Right?
First thing he opened it to.
Yo, what's crazy about
see
X
that,
is
right?
a lot of people have personal
That's
stories
so
with X,
That's
you
the
know.
spirit talking to us right there. That's
Absolutely.
you know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Shedding his light on the creative juices that the creative sauce that we spilling out on. We gotta get some food into
Just
it, man.
being
That's
on
a
social media.
What's crazy, man? X, he's here with us. I mean, even the toques, the way he used to come with the toques, he reminds me of man
Greasy.
back home. Like you'll see me a man back home with the toques in a Timberland, and it's like how many degrees outside. Like he would come with it, and that was his style too, right?
Yeah, it's been.
Yo,
it's
you
been
know they only say toque in Canada?
What do they say?
Say
What do they
word.
call it in English?
Scully.
Scully. Yeah, Scully, right?
Scully or woolly hat. That's what they call it in America too, right? Scully. Beanie. Sometimes they say beanie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hear Beanie a lot.
Yeah, you go other places, you say toque, people are gonna be looking at you
We
crazy.
hear beans a lot. Why is there beans, right?
But yeah, it's been nice to be on social media and just see all those personal stories. Everyone posting. There's it's overwhelming.
It's a lot.
You mean about X?
Yeah, about X. Just everyone's personal encounters. I read a story. He's in London. He has show in 2 hours. He zips down to a toy enthusiast store, bucks a ute. They end up going and put together remote control planes. They're flying them in the park. Signs the plane, leaves it with the ute, and goes and does the show. Just like
like X and
anything and everything.
The reason why I think it touched me too when I started seeing the personal stories.
Pause.
What's the pause there, sir? Let's pause. Let's put that. Let's really pause the subject. Let's put that subject on the clothing line. No, let's put that subject on the clothing line, and let's explain that pause. I really need to know what that pause is.
You might need an explanation.
You can have it, girl. You can
Respect.
have
Respect. I don't know.
It's real. Pause rescinded.
I told you guys, the man there will pause.
Yo,
Like,
fam,
you know, there's certain man like
I had to put that on the clothing line. I'm like, nah. You know what I mean?
anybody that knows me knows that when I'm watching movies, I already ask the most questions, right? Shouts to man like Clevs who gave me my nicknames, but he in equivalence to me watching a movie and pausing it and asking the questions. This the amount of times he pauses a man is just it's crazy. How dare you?
Yo. But yo, real quick on a serious note, what I wanted to say. The reason why X's situation, his passing, and all the personal stories touched me personally, right? Is because of Redway.
14 left. You give us 15. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yes.
When Redway died in 2015, the amount of personal stories that people were able
Like
to...
what Corey said, that you just see it coming,
Rest
and
in
you're right.
peace,
You don't
Redway.
see that. Rest in peace, Redway.
So what it was for me was like I was with Red a lot, and I had to kind of like ask myself, when did he have the time to do
And
all
I
this
was one
shit?
of those people too
Like-
that told you a story or two.
Yes.
You know?
Exactly. You feel me? Now, so to go to X to Red, what time is it? It's 10:26 p.m. April 10th. Redway's birthday is at 12 o'clock a.m.
R.I.P. Red.
You feel me? Happy birthday, man, like Red.
Yes,
you already
Aries.
know.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah,
On your
you
time.
guys' birthday was always very close. You feel me? Right? Happy belated again. You know what I
don't
mean?
know.
Trey's birthday was what day?
You don't know.
You feel me? So we vibing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we're celebrating, man, here at Collabo
Yeah.
Camp. Straight up.
Don't know.
Definitely.
Yo.
Yo. Cheers.
Yo.
You already know.
Don't know.
More greatness, less pauses.
You see me?
Say this go time.
Yeah, man.
We're here at Collabo Camp.
What else you got on your
Camp.
list,
Trey,
man?
even
Tweed.
Trey, something I wanted to ask you too is like, how important. Speaking of just like how he said it with even X, like he never allowed others to dictate his, you know, like his artistry, his craftsmanship, or the way that he would do things. That's something that we spoke about a lot too. And well, I noticed with you when we speak on music and whatnot, there's no specific way or order to making a song. You know what I mean? Or, you know, like a lot of people say, oh, the hook has to come here, or the verse, like, you know what I mean? So how could you touch base on that? Because X was like that. Like
There's no specific way, but there is, right?
right.
Everything has a formula.
And there's a few formulas in music, especially if you have a certain machine behind it. You can calculate how to produce something that will work based on just the psychology of humans. You know what I'm saying? This is something that like they've done decades of market research on. You know what I'm saying? So when these people go into these writing rooms and shit, they know what they're doing. It's just like TV. Every sitcom, you know what I mean? They're all very similar for a certain for a reason. You know what I mean? So to go against that and be successful is very hard. And I think it's commendable, you know? So only certain artists do that. X was one of them. You know? And just like niggas were talking about the album, or the 2 albums, sorry, in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Just that alone. And how you brought up, you know, if he would have passed back then, the way like a Tupac or Biggie, that was the thing about Tupac, was how much work he had done so quickly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying?
And then with Biggie, Biggie's he's sick without a shot of a doubt, but it was also his potential was so great. He died so young with such little body of work. It's like, yo, what did we miss out on?
Such a small
You feel me?
catalog.
It's like, what the fuck did we miss out on? You get what I'm trying to say? Right? Like a man tried when I said this about X, a man tried to say, yo. He said, yo. So you're telling me Pop Smoke, XXS Tentacion, since they died, blah 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 blah. They're considered. Hell no. This is common sense. These are things that shouldn't even be said. You get what I'm saying? Pop Smoke wasn't at no pinnacle when he died. That nigga was still an underground artist.
Underground might be a stretch.
No. He was still an underground artist, just starting to scratch the surface, bro. Literally just starting to scratch the surface, man.
Yeah, it's like he had a
Just
couple
starting
singles that were.
fam, single, like you have to understand, gold and platinum singles today with this streaming world that's not.
It's
It doesn't really
It's
mean
easy.
nothing.
Nah, he was on every
Pop was
chart playlist.
Pop-
Even as he died, that was part
There's
of
a
the,
lot of
that was
artists
part of
here
what made
that
it
are
so
on
tragic.
every playlist that Pop Smoke was on, though. This is what I'm trying to say. He was literally just he ain't.
You're,
he ain't
what
did
you're
nothing.
saying in
Pop
retrospect,
ain't
these
did
is that
nothing.
he had a longer
So
way to
you're
go.
telling me
Pop-
Pop
he had a
Smoke
lot-
wasn't one of the hottest artists when he
Would
passed?
you say Pop Smoke was at his personal pinnacle
I think
when
he had
died?
very.
At his pinnacle.
I
Listen
think
to
he
my
had more
question.
to reach, but I think he was.
Say less.
he
That's
was
all I'm
super-
saying. So he
okay,
wasn't
right,
at his
okay,
pinnacle.
Okay.
Yes.
So you get what I'm trying to
Oh, I
say?
rock with that.
That's all I'm saying, right? He didn't. There was no 2 platinum selling albums in a year that nobody has never seen. He didn't do anything nobody has ever seen
Right.
before he died. Same with XXS.
But what we did see was that at the rate that he was going now,
There was potential.
had he
There was potential. So I still literally the other day.
almost like what you explained.
Literally
with X.
the other day, a
Yeah.
pop record came on and I said, "Why they kill this nigga?" Like,
I was gonna say, to me, that makes it more sad that they never got to do that. That makes it more sad that they passed early.
you see what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Because
That's what it is with that. But that's different from what I'm saying with the X situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that nigga did shit niggas never seen before, yo. You know what I mean? I think it was more the potential that them 2 young youths had. The XXX youth and the Pop youth. It's the potential they had. You know what I mean?
That makes them comparable or not?
Nah, I think that's what makes their death so, like he said, it's more sad than anything.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Death is sad in general. Like, it's sad that X is gone, but like,
especially the way it happens, like the way it happened, even with
Yeah, he's been looking good. He was
With
looking
X.
good lately. You know,
With
on
XXX,
Drink Champs,
I know.
everything. He was looking healthy, man. It's sad. It's sudden. It's tragic.
he was going through a lot, though he's battling a lot, right? But
hey,
this most recent was just like a lot of in and out the hospital and whatnot. We knew whatever else he was going through,
y'all think he was
battles.
dead before they pronounced him dead?
Yeah,
Bro, I think he was dead like days.
for sure.
Days. I've dealt. If it is what they said it is, like the heart failure, and then they had to resuscitate him. The trauma that does to the brain. Like, I've dealt with this person in my family already. You're dead, bro. When you reach certain state, the hospital's just giving you the respect to give you time for the family to fly in and say, yeah.
Say your goodbyes, that's true.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
On a brighter note, yeah.
I miss these times. We just gotta, keep our head up and
Damn.
And like what I mentioned earlier is just, it's about the impact you leave, the mark you leave. I wanted to speak on a bit about like the importance of peace of mind, being that we're at a creative space, like locking your energy in and like extracting out all of the BS. You know what I mean? Like how important that is to creatives. You'll see a lot of artists have their different forms or their different ways of, just letting go. Everybody's inspired by something, right? Can you say to speak on that, like, you know what I mean? Because that's something, whether X or whoever, like,
fam, I'm not gonna lie. I'm way too frost for that question. Yo,
Yo, between
that,
me and you,
that question.
Yo,
Nah,
that was a Frost question.
between me
That
and
was
you,
like a basket.
It might be you that's
it's not
Frost.
even that. Between me and you, between me and you, I seen you sit back, fam. Nah. I seen him. I seen him at the corner of my eye sit back, and I said to myself, I said, nah, Trey is.
Yo, okay. Yo, every man, right now, what's the first
And
thing?
it was in the middle of my speech too. I'm like, yo,
Corey,
never mind, yeah?
starting with
You're
you
gonna
to
get
the
back.
left. Starting with you, Corey. Like, yo, just when you just think of something, like, what inspires you? What makes you happy when you, like, for me, it's like, yo, 2 years ago was the first time going to Barbados in 20 years. So when I think about where I was at that time, the beach, for some man, it could be Gyal. For some man, it could be the red.
Did you
port.
consume
Some guy,
flying fish?
Some
could
oh,
answer-
let's get to that. Let's get
I
to
could
that.
answer
Hold on
for
1
Corey
minute.
for you.
For some guys, they're car enthusiasts. Corey might just be like a IT freak. So when he sees like
what?
when he sees like a
Whoa.
Fire.
pause. Hold on. Just like these, I don't mean to copy. Hold on. Where in there was there a pause?
Nobody said pause.
Okay.
But it's like
Fire.
But I just know he's a tech man, so I'm saying like
IT free.
Yo. Why am I getting calls from Serbia?
I don't want to do this with you guys
Listen.
right now. I get those calls all the time too. They come from
Serbia, right?
Okay, listen,
why are they
in
calling me
other
from
words-
Serbia?
Yo, okay. Do we go to the flying fish or do we go to the
Let's go to the fly fish.
Okay,
Go
let's-
to the.
the ins- I'm asking man what inspired them like.
I can tell you what inspires Corey. I can answer. for
Okay,
Corey.
first
Let me answer for him.
Why are you answering for Corey?
No.
My dad.
Let him answer for you and then correct
okay.
him. Hold on.
All right.
Let me
Two things. I can tell you the two things that inspire Corey. All right. There's three things. But I'm not gonna say the third. But yo, the two things. All right.
Are we good? Are we covered up? Are we good?
There's three things, but I'm not gonna say the third. But the two things that inspire Corey.
Yes.
Seen?
And then you know what? Corey's gonna answer
Nah,
for
this
you.
is crazy.
Corey, you're gonna
No.
Yo, the two
Don't
things
do that. Don't do that.
The two things that inspire Corey is
Are-
crazy.
Hey,
I
let
don't
me
know
hear
what
it.
it is.
Let me hear this, because Corey's about to answer for you. So
No,
just
he's
know
not,
that.
and he knows he can't.
You
But
can't
listen.
double answer. You can't quadruple up. He's saying two, and then you're gonna give me the next two for yourself.
Run it,
You're not
run it.
allowed to do that.
Run it.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
The two things that inspire Corey is the first thing is he heard about Bitcoin when it was mad cheap.
Oh my god.
Didn't hold on.
That's
Why is he doing it like that?
Hold on. He heard
That's
about
crazy.
Bitcoin when it was mad cheap.
Guys exposing
He
my
didn't cop,
portfolio.
okay, or something like that. He did, but he didn't. Basically, he didn't come up off
He said he was
Bitcoin,
cold
but
feet.
he
He
knew
had
about
cold
it. So
feet.
he's like, "Yo, I'm a sick man. I could have been sicker." Like, you know what I mean? The second thing,
everyone has that
I'll tell you the second thing.
Everyone has that story.
The second thing that inspires Corey is he was getting emails about NBA Top Shots way back in November.
Yo, but that's
okay?
a sick thing, though.
And he just never got on it, but he could have got on it, and he knew about it. And he's like, "Yo, one of these days, one of these are gonna hit. Like I'm a be on some shit, and I'm a cop, and I'm gonna come up."
So he's
That's what inspires
inspired by
him.
the original setback.
Nah,
Yeah.
these are that's the opposite, fam. I'm
Polish it up.
I'm-
Polish it up.
those
He's
those
gonna
are
clean it up.
heartbreakers. Those are heartbreakers. That's the opposite of inspiration. That's like demoralizing.
No, but that could almost inspire you to like.
Being late to the party.
No, just not being late to the party, but like it's like where you know you like it's almost what I told you about Corey about the situation where it's like when my weed stocks hit that loss and I had enough to buy the one coin, we can never turn back the hands of time.
Absolutely.
But when my homie told me, yo, shit, you're at X amount of money right now.
money talks.
You took half of the amount of the loss than what you were originally at. So you took a 50% loss. Like, you should buy a coin right now. And I'm like, nah, the ignorant me was just like, no, I'm holding out. The weed thing's gonna pop. And guess what? The coin right now is at, according to my calculations, off the top, more than 6 times the amount. So let's just say I had like 5 bands.
You want to
in
know
the
what's
stock.
crazy?
Let's say I had 5 bands in the stock. Like, buddy, I should just like
That authority.
I can put it out there. Like it's not. It's like it's just like it. No, we're not doing that.
Yo, you want to
Talk to him. It's like saying you had a band. It's like saying you had a band in this. In there's my account was at a band for the cannabis stocks, right? But it's like now the Bitcoin is like, the Bitcoin's at a band at the time, and I'm like, no, I'm riding the wave. But now, Bitcoin's at like 6,000-7,000. But
Hindsight is
So you're up,
2020. You know what I
basically.
mean?
You're
Hindsight
up.
is 2020.
I'm not up. Corey knows I should have bought the Bitcoin. So
Hindsight
I
is
feel-
2020, fam.
I feel like how you are just. I feel like how the description of how Corey felt, how you're describing
For
at
sure.
the time at the top shop. You know what I'm saying? So that's still inspiration. That fuels the fire in me to want to.
Well, I guess to look for the next opportunity.
Yes.
I
You
hear
know what I'm
that.
saying, Corey?
I hear that.
It's what would they say, minor setbacks or major comebacks. When I've accomplished things with females and just other walks of life, where I was like, I'm gonna get that done. Right now, it's not getting done. I realize. Okay, don't worry. Slap in the face, but watch when I come back. I'm
Wait,
a
hold on.
different
Let
man.
him go on. Hold on. Let
I'm
him
a
go on. Let him
different
go on.
man. And it's like, don't worry. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's like I can see, like it can be down to the smallest thing. Example, like when I go to Chris Jerk, the lady's like, "Yo, you always take long to make up your mind." Okay, cool, but don't worry. One day when I come in here, you're gonna realize what time it is and who I am. And guess what? She realized that. Yo, shouts to my guy Chris Jerk though all day.
Jeez.
She realized that when one day I walked in and I'm like, "Yo, Chris." Like, yo, I was just here for a pepper sauce. You remember what happened? And yo, Chris said, yo, the podcast thing, yo, bless him. And yo, when I came, the same ladies at the front that gives me the hard time. She doesn't always only give me the hard time. When I came, line bypass. She's like, no, don't not charge him. Don't worry. Yo, podcast thing, yo, bless. And Chris Jerk does numbers, but he's like, yo, trust me. And ever since that day, when she saw, she was like ready to punch in the $7-8. No, Chris said it's on the house. Mind yourself. Mind yourself. So now you realize. Do you realize the lineage and where? Come on, come on. Like so. That's
the
like,
Shotty is
one
gonna
day
see this
I
and
said-
hate this guy.
One day I said to myself
This
like,
guy apologized.
you guys seen the Roy Woods video where the Jamaicans are like, I'm gonna have that. Like she's just miserable. So I said to myself one day, and that's what I'm saying with Corey's like, it's like with the Top Shop thing. I said to myself one day, don't. And it happens with gal them too. It happens with men that are car enthusiasts. It happens with a man that's art like you're just like one day watch. I'm coming for your guys' head tops.
This guy.
Yo, there's certain gal.
up the car
My girl and I, we went through this thing at the time, whatever you want to call it. But like, I'll put it out there. There's times when I've seen like things give me the cold shoulder. All today I got an Addy. I'll show Crow. Like I don't even know if I accepted the request. So I'm doing too much. But it's like, yeah. Shout out to Big Boss Farms one more time. Big Boss Bruce Wayne, I see you. Shout out to my guy.
You have
40,
bare
Toronto.
sponsors.
Big Boss Farms didn't sponsor us, but yeah, so it's like, I don't know, man. And I mean, like, D's, you know, too, man, growing up in where you were from and stuff, there's a lot of things, or just any of us, like, in the neighborhoods of each or every four of us, even you, like, where we, like, you're just like, there's so much that, you know, we've, like we could put this on a scale of, let's say, wrestling. Like you said, you used to think you were Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, right?
What?
I'm not saying that that's where who you want to be, but you were inspired. You were like you
He just had a bad selection of words. That's all.
Yo.
just continue the torch. I'm
Not-
done
yeah,
talking.
No, I'm not torturing you. I allowed you to correct yourself. He was
I'm not torching
jumping
you. I
the
said
gun.
continue. I said like I'm giving you the torch.
Oh,
So I like
I'm not too sure where you're going with it though.
okay. So Corey, what are the two things that now he spoke on yours? You give him what?
That's what he told you.
It's
No,
your
you
time.
wanted to be The Rock. That's what he told
Oh,
you.
before you came here, you didn't hear the talk. The man there brought out the championship. You think I'd say a joke?
Oh,
Man, that's not the Rock title.
This guy said the eyebrow has been imprinted, instilled in like and
I've seen him
comes
take
natural.
a picture like that before.
No, but it's
I've seen you take a picture doing
the
the people's
eyebrow?
brow.
No, it's a natural thing, fam.
Natural thing, no.
To do the people's brow?
No, it's just Koch.
your eyebrows caught?
It's Koch.
Higher.
even as he's talking, you could
It's
see.
just Koch. It's just Koch. It's just.
Or you feel more comfortable cotching your
It's
eyebrow.
just Koch. It's just Koch.
It's just cotch.
It's just Koch. Yeah. That man for killing me this episode. Yeah.
Just caught.
No, I feel like Sauce wants us to be more serious.
No, I want Corey to tell me crazy.
Yeah, yo, there's been bear stalling. I still don't have an answer. Still,
Wait, what do you want
didn't
to
tell
know?
us
Wait,
about
what do
his hiking. Corey, you're a man that hikes, eh? Speaking of Mother Nature and just
This nigga had an itinerary earlier today.
Corey, Corey,
No,
I
John
can't say.
Map.
I like shouts to my guys
Yo,
in the
come on.
Hamtown, Hamilton. There's a Hamilton Mountain, but let me
Yo,
know.
wait, Trey said what?
yo,
Map.
This guy said the itinerary. But yo, Corey, I know you're a man. You're a particular man. Like you're a man that will take out the map before the trip. Like where are we going? Where it needs to be? What's the destination? Like he knows where he wants to go.
No, hold up. Nah, hold up.
Corey, where's the hiking coming out of? Because you look like you're ready to hike right now. Oh,
Yeah, I'm ready to
you're
go.
strapped with a Supreme. So actually, like, you look
Stay
like,
active, bro. That's what.
Facts.
That's it, man.
Nah,
Stay
facts.
moving.
Oh, so when you resonate hiking with hiking for you is it's the active. Do you want to be at the top of the hill? Do you want to see the Wolverines or whatever? Like where does
Yo, no, facts. There's Wolverines on the ground.
No, D's. You're looking around, but okay, we forgot to tell you. No cap. Tell this guy about the Wolverine. So the man D's is looking around. He thought it was a joke. Can you just tell him the Wolverine what's going on?
No, there's a Wolverine on campus still.
Facts.
Y'all seen it?
We didn't see it,
I
but the
seen
owner
his-
of the
I
facility.
seen his house.
Shouts to Collabo Camp again.
Man has a den.
He has a den.
Yeah, you
still.
might have seen it. But what made him realize that it was a Wolverine? He said that there was like a ring-like thing, a circular thing on. Okay, I don't want to get paused, but like on the rear end of the Wolverine, and he Googled it and looked up. He probably, Google tells you everything. He Googled up the description of what was on the Wolverine, right? And realized it was a Wolverine.
Yeah, there's
So he
bear
probably
animals out
typed
here.
in creature with ring lights type.
So
of
who's seen it?
the owner of the yeah. So there's a Wolverine on deck. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
they said there's
he's fenning the
bears.
man.
Trey heard coyotes last night. he
Yo,
said.
I was down to see the Wolverine until it got dark yesterday. And then I was like, I don't want to buck that.
I'm not playing Fear Factor
Wolverine with a
games,
pink Tom Ford.
especially if I don't have to.
You're just on next. They're really on cloud nine. Man's building up again. So Corey, you still haven't exposed Trey.
Hey,
And his,
Come on.
and his- yeah, okay, we won't let you. He gave us your two. Yo, what inspires you?
Trey just walked over here from the studio. What was going on over there?
What was going on in the studio?
Yeah,
I was making music.
good answer.
I know you're a 50 Cent guy, but like
That's my favorite
honestly,
rapper.
like
Seriously? Whoa, seriously?
Yeah, it's my favorite rapper.
Like seriously?
Yeah, overall, 50 Cent.
you said this more than
That's
once.
your
Doesn't
favorite
change,
rapper, but
like, that's always your
is that
answer.
your favorite? Is that your biggest inspiration? Because there's two different questions.
Nah, my biggest inspiration is Bob Marley.
Ah, that's a good inspiration.
Is that a
Oh,
part of the
50
reason
Cent
why
your
you went
favorite
left?
rapper.
or
That's
no?
crazy. Yo, so you know
Probably.
what? So let me go
Yeah,
back
has
to
to
our
be.
old conversation just for a second. If 50 died at the pinnacle
This
of
guy
his shit,
read my mind.
he
You're a
would
sicko.
be in the same fucking
You're a sicko.
conversation. You heard?
You're a
I'm
sicko.
telling you.
He read my mind. I was actually
Like
these.
it's just based.
Which
it's just-
conversation is that?
no, of the greatest of all
Listen,
time. And
He's in there.
No, okay,
Yo, it's the gold mic. It's the gold mic. He said he wasn't stealing the
Fair.
No, but look,
spotlight.
no, but look.
And now he's stealing the
fair,
spotlight. Yeah.
absolutely fair. But at that, I think it would be like beyond undeniable because again, that mystique of what do you go diamond off of
Oh no, he'd definitely be up there. There'd be
right?
no conversation about it.
Nah, but
In that-
listen,
Like
hear what I'm saying. Just let me give you guys what I'm saying.
Let me spit.
When you have time, like when you don't die early, you have time to become a rusty. You have time to drop a bad album. You get what I'm saying. You have time to kind of alter the legacy a bit. Is what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to say. So when I talk about a man dying at a certain pinnacle, it's like what 50 did. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was the first, right? That was the first that we've ever seen, correct? Fam.
Get some
No
ice,
disagreements
fam.
there.
Thanks.
He's still up there though,
Absolutely.
regardless.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
all right.
Big TV executive.
Just like X.
What is it?
I
What is it
Just
about
like X.
50?
But
I
absolutely.
I think 50 made
Freeze up.
the best rap album of all time.
Get Rich or Die Trying?
He made the least skippable
Freeze up.
rap album ever.
Why?
Get Rich or Die Trying. The
Why?
least skippable.
Corey passes snow alert. Trey, why?
Bangers
When you
on
say
there.
what do you classify as rap?
Fucking that shit, nigga.
Not specific. not specifically boom. Okay.
Huh? Huh?
So Would you classify Rick Ross as hip hop?
Yeah.
Rap? Sorry, you used the word rap as rap.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And that changes.
I think
That changes
rap.
nothing.
I think rap is. I think Rick Ross is one of the best album makers that we've ever seen.
He's not talking to 50. Get rich or die trying.
Yeah, I think that whole Rick Ross thing is overblown. Actually,
Why?
I don't think his albums are
Corey.
as classic as everyone says.
Corey. What?
Why is it overblown, Corey?
Because that's just a narrative I've seen.
It's a lot of ice, man.
I don't even think it's a narrative. I think that's reality, bro.
Fair. Yeah, I just don't think they age that well.
I don't know, bro.
Rose, no. When it comes to like
Like my favorite Rick Ross project is the
Mine is deeper than rap, but that's not the people's favorite.
it's the tape.
And I can listen to deep in
Yeah,
rap,
it's
like
Stacey
literally
on
back
it.
and front.
Get rich or die trying. That shit is ridiculous, bro. The songs that are on there, Many Men,
I love that
fucking
too.
Heat, What Up Blood, What Up Cuz, that song, whatever that's called.
Yo,
That's
don't
my
get
mom's
Trey
song.
hype. Don't get Trey hype.
know
My
what?
mom
You know
loves
what,
that
guys?
tune.
I don't get Trey hype.
You know
Don't
what,
get Trey
guys?
hype.
When we get into this right now, it's like
It's easy to see
hold on,
when you
hold on.
look at me.
Right. And you know what the thing
50,
is?
don't back
You know what
down.
the thing is? At first, I wanted to tell Trey that it's like, yo, the times were different. But when I think about it, right, without thinking of time, is that when you think of Rose, Rose's a man that relies on a lot of features.
And he gets
Whereas
them
when you
too.
think of Get Rich or Die Trying, even though we're in different times, the songs that Trey's talking about, he made a lot of on his own. See what I say? So it's like,
But fam, Rick Ross's verses are flawless.
and shouts to the game too. The man, them don't
Yeah, it might be
sleep
hate.
on the game. Eh?
Yo,
The
Rick
game's
Ross
the
is-
game's the
fam,
next one.
Fam, there's not.
Game's a sickle.
Fam, I don't know. I don't know anybody who can paint a picture like Rick Ross today, bro. I'm being honest with you.
Fully agreed. Fully
No, I'm
agreed.
being honest with you.
Fully agreed.
So-
Fully agreed. I don't think
so-
Fifth
so-
can do that.
so hold up. So
Rick
when-
Ross will
hold
really
up.
make you like it's like Picasso.
So
in
what-
the- like he's really painting the picture vividly through his lyrics, through his words, through. I was about to say expressions, but I don't want to say it's the words. It's
Bro.
He's descriptive.
He's descriptive.
Bro.
There's clarity. I'm not saying there's not that with Fifth.
Yeah, I promise you, if we've never been in this room right now, and Ross has been in this room, and he explained this very same room in just a minimum of 4 bars, I guarantee you we would see everything. We would see exactly what we're in. No, facts. The descriptive game is crazy.
I'm hard pressed to think of someone currently
Run into the
that does it
music.
as well as him.
Currently.
That's how we do
Currently,
Oh.
yeah, that's the key word there.
Who's your favorite? Yo, I think my second or third favorite rapper ever might be Cam.
That's my first favorite rapper. Cameron is my first favorite rapper of biggest. But Cam is my rapper, my nigga. Like Cam, before Hov, before Nas, before Ross.
Favorite, or you think he's the best?
No, that's my favorite rapper. That's my favorite rapper.
That's me. and
That's my
DMX.
favorite rapper. Yeah, go do your thing, family. Yeah, that's why I did that. You guys are.
Don't know,
That's a
don't
bad.
know.
It's a bad representation of COVID, man. I'm doing full hand dash.
Oh,
Crazy.
shoot. Good. One thing Cam said from a business standpoint that always stuck with me, he spoke about like, he said he had Burger Kings, he had this joint, this, that, all types of different franchises, all types of stuff. And he said that when he associates himself, he makes sure that he doesn't really associate himself
Yo, soon forward.
with so many of his entities or endeavors, because if one falls down, the other, it's like a domino effect. So, he's more silent. And I learned that from one of my older heads too. He said, when you got something good going on, you don't really say too much. You don't really want to, people salt you up. And so Cam spoke on that. I believe it was on a Breakfast Club interview where he said that if he lets people know that he's like, it's with you, like CDM, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like, there's so much bad mind out there.
The energies, yeah.
Right. So he just keeps it separate and he just keeps it moving. But Cam,
There's
man,
power
shouts
in
to
that
Cam.
for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I mean,
Cam.
Shouts to him. What do you think about that Drink Champs interview? You guys watched
Oh
that?
man,
I
that
just
was
finished it
legendary.
before we came up here, man.
Now I watched that one shot. I paused it a couple times in the second hour because my phone just started going crazy.
Yeah, it's 3 hours, you know.
Yeah,
It's a bit
but-
to get through.
Nah, I went through that shit. That shit, man.
Well, yeah, they're being hella candid on there. That was great.
And that's what I wanted, you know, because Cam's stories are legendary. Him and Fat Joe got like I think the best hip hop stories.
Fat Joe is up there.
Yeah, Fat Joe's hip hop stories are crazy.
He's been there for everything too.
I remember one of my homies when I just
Nori himself actually got some crazy stories too.
he definitely does.
Nori himself got some crazy stories.
I don't want to see every rapper interview every rapper, but I want to see Nori interview every rapper. He has a relationship with everybody. It's crazy.
And it's different. Like
different.
It's real. It's not music relationships. You get what I'm saying? Like there's
Hardly
All of them
ever.
have a story.
yeah, you feel me?
They have a story.
And Matt are just drunk while talking that story. Like
Yo, but what do you?
That's a big
Hey,
part
what?
of it, too,
Hey, what?
still.
Nah, but
Shot
what
time.
do you, nah, but what do you?
Yeah.
What do you think about Cam and Freaky not
Not
purposely
drinking.
not or smoking? They didn't want to look crazy.
In the beginning, yeah, I know. I'm conscious of that right now too. In the beginning, when Cam
shouts to
was,
Snoller,
when
man.
Cam was neglecting the drink, I didn't know if it was like he looked like he was almost cheesed a bit, but they had good energy. It was
Nah, the
fine.
energy was
He
perfect.
mentioned like just
'Cause
not
he-
wanting
he-
to drink during the day. He's like, I'm taking the champagne with me, and I cut.
Yeah.
The energy's gonna be
He's
different
just
and
dealing with it off
definitely
camera.
unmatched when it comes to guys like those two who even also had a feud at one point, right? And the respect becomes, you know, you appreciate one another to a different, you know what I mean, to a different,
Who, Nori and Cam?
yeah, like, and
Even just Cam's ability when he talks on
I feel like they're
all
both
his old
egotistical.
beef, it's just he's just telling you the story. There's no animosity.
They're both very grown.
There's- Yeah,
best part of
They're
that-
both
got
very
past all
grown
of
at
that.
this stage, and even the sense when you see what Cam and Jimmy had, right?
The best part of that interview to me was when Cam told a story and niggas called PD crack.
Oh yeah,
And the
that's
man told back the same story verbatim. That lets me know, which I already knew how credible this guy was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that, like verbatim. You understand? Verbatim. Didn't leave nothing out. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And he really be telling like,
I didn't even
They're
see that
dropping
part, but
gems,
so what
so-
you're saying is when he called PD said the same exact.
fam, verbatim. You understand? Didn't leave nothing out verbatim. I said, no, that's crazy. It's a credible nigga, you know?
There's a lot of critiques in people in music that underestimate the influence of the Diplomats, Dipset, even State Prop. Shouts to Siegel, and I mean, like, bro, like I'll go back to some old, like, even when Young Chris first
That was
came
a
out.
crazy time in hip-hop.
Bob, like, don't sleep on O'Skeens. Like, to me, O'Skeens, when I think of, like, there's a lot of guys that I go back and listen to their stuff, it'll be O'Skeens is in that list, large amounts of vodka from Philly. These guys that the way they,
Yeah, you see large amounts?
the way they set the
talking about from D Block. Large
oh my God,
Yeah.
the way
So you see that's what you're talking about, right? Large
Yes,
amounts. So
yes.
listen, let me. Can I
it's
tell you a
like we
story
have an
about large amounts?
appreciation for Larry. Like you
Like, can I
just
tell you a story about large amounts?
yes,
Though?
yes,
Remember when I was living in the H-Town, right?
right. Come on,
I
you know.
used to slap large amounts, but I never seen him in my life. You know, it was just a voice. I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and I listened to large. Like I just looked for large tapes. Nothing. I didn't care how he looked. Like I
He
didn't
was
care.
sick.
But when I found out how he looked, it kind of changed my view on him and his music. It was weird because, fam, the
Looks
man's name is
hungry.
Large Amounts.
Looks hungry.
He raps large. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he raps large. And, like, when I seen him, I'm like, this little scrawny ass nigga is large amounts, bro. I was so disappointed, bro.
It's just like
I thought he
See,
was a
shows
big
you.
ass nigga.
New York mixtape
Because
culture
I'm
right
talking
here.
like
you thought
for-
he was that
This is-
sick
Fam, for a
mixtape
year
culture.
straight, I was listening to this fucking guy, bro. And I'm like, yo, this nigga crazy. Fat, little scrawny dude, bro.
Big up D Block.
But he is dope, man. He's dope.
Yeah, shows a large man.
But that disappointed me.
See now they got. I see like D Block don't stop. They got the D Block Europe, but they've been at D Block Europe.
I
But they
like
got,
them dudes too.
You like Canada? It's crazy, man.
I like them dudes.
One thing that I want to talk about too was that, like, growing up, I remember. Shouts to my Shaughnessy Public School. I was in grade 4 at the time. remember it was the summertime. My pops, well, who I knew to be my pops at the time, would always take me to New York. That was like the Guyanese side of the family. And I just remember being in Flatbush. I have a cousin that lives at
Fam, you ain't gonna just slide in who used to be my pops or something at that time and just.
It's a long story.
Who I thought.
Shouts to my
Yeah,
cousin.
like, when you
Shouts
can't
to my
just slide
cousin
that in.
Ann in Brooklyn. That's my uncle's daughter. So my mom's brother's daughter. And she's by Albany and Empire. I actually found out one thing I haven't even spoke about, but
You don't have
while
to. if you don't want
you're a
to.
man from New York. DJ Scratch is actually my cousin, a distant cousin.
Okay.
But yo, it's
New
crazy
York's such a
because
big but small
I
place.
remember in grade 4 just being out there and making our pit stops and seeing like the bikers come, the bike guys come with the Rough Riders. I don't know if they were fugazi, if they were the real, but I remember Rough Riders to the T. And I mean, Corey's probably heard me say this over the weekend, but like we're talking about like Tre agreed too that I was just like, I don't rate Swiss Beats as like I don't like in terms of other. I don't, not to say I don't rate him as an individual, but I don't think he's the best producer. But obviously he's made an impact in, you know what I mean. And so when I think about Rough Riders, I think about him. I think about X, and it just comes back in full circle. It's crazy how history repeats itself, but X is definitely more than an influential rapper, individual, father, whatever you want to, you know what I mean? Like, there's many, we could go on. And, you know, he's like, you could see he's always kept God in his life, you know.
He ends every album with a prayer.
Right. Regardless of your religion or whatever, he just, you could tell that he just looks up, he knows that there's a reason why he was here, and he, as much as people would say about him is like, oh, he's fucking this, he's crackhead, he was a fighter, man.
Can I tell a story? Can I tell somebody else's story? I do business with this guy. He goes by the name of Eddie. Good guy, man, from New York. Actually, he's not from New York, but he stays in New York. I think he's from like Boston or some shit. But Eddie, he was at his pops was dying, see, at this time. You feel me? And so he went to go visit his pops in some fucking town in America. I just can't remember, but I remember the details I need to know to tell the story. So he's at this hotel. It's morning time. He goes down to eat breakfast. He goes down, and his wife's outside or whatever. He goes inside, and he's struggling to open the door. He has a lot of stuff in his hand. DMX comes and opens the door, and he says, "Yo, it looks like you need some help." Right? Opens the door. He's like, "Oh man, thanks, X, whatever." And it just kept moving. He's just playing it cool. You know what I mean? So whatever he goes do what he's doing, he goes back outside. He tells his wife, he's like, "Yo, it's DMX. Like, I think we should try to like talk to him, get a picture or whatever." So they go back in, they're vibing out, but he's on the phone, and he's reasoning with somebody on the phone, you know. But people are going up to him, interrupting him, asking for pictures. So Mayu tells his wife, like, "Nah, I don't think we should really. Let's just wait till he's kind of done, type of thing." You feel me? So whatever, he's done, and then he ends up walking by them. So he stops real quick. "Oh, hey, I'm a big fan. Ray Tay Tay, blase blase." And then he goes, "Yo, you look like you from Jersey, right?" That's what X says to my guy Eddie. "It looks like you from Jersey." You feel me? Right?
He literally looked at the man and said that.
He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Look, it looks like you're from Jersey. You on the 5th floor?" Right? The man goes, "No, actually, he's from," which I think he's from Boston, but correct me if I'm wrong when you see this. Right? "I'm actually here to see my dad. He's actually, you know, he's not doing too well. You know, it's not looking too good or whatever." X goes, "What's your dad's name?" "I'm actually going to a church right now. I'm leaving right here and going straight to a church." "What's your dad's name?" Eddie tells him his dad's name. He goes, "All right, I'm going to say a prayer for him." He leaves, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, "All right, whatever." They're like, "All right, cool." He leaves. Maybe like a minute after he comes back, he goes, "Yo, what's your dad's name again?" Because it's like he forgot, right? So he tells him again. Eddie tells him again. He said, "What is it?" Tells him again. He goes, "All right, cool." And cuts. So I damn well believe he said a prayer for Pops. You feel me? Like, this is just the man X was, crackhead or not. And like, again, I hope people understand addiction. I personally, truly believe I have a lot of conversation with crackheads and all the time in the past, et cetera, et cetera. I don't have to get into detail. You feel me?
Right.
But I truly believe crackheads are like freer than me, you. I believe that. I believe they're free.
You have no worry in the
I
world.
believe they're free. I believe we don't know what freedom is.
Yeah.
But you see them crack heads, they're free.
You know?
You feel me? I'm not saying, hey, be a crackhead to be free. I'm not saying that, but these people we shun upon are experiencing something not based off of the crack. You feel me? But they're in a mind state.
10,000%.
You heard what I'm saying,
Because
fam?
what a lot of men don't realize is as much as they're feeding for whatever they're feeding for, men are feeding for the money. So what does that make you? You're just as much, you know what I mean? So it's like
different addiction.
So you gotta really think that, when my brother here says that they're free from a lot of bullshit. And we'll just leave it as that. But it's true, man, and it's like, X is crazy, man.
Yeah, there's just 100 stories like that.
100 stories. Look what X said on the
Going
that
out-
recent Breakfast Club interview when he said he's like, you gotta appreciate a snake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What was that? He's like,
Yeah. You
not to say that he said.
You gotta take them for who they are.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry. Not to say that you should appreciate them, but like, you can't. What more can you expect?
Yeah.
You gotta expect them to do this act or what a snake would do, or however he described it, is because he's like, you gotta be ready. You gotta be prepared for that. You gotta know, and you gotta be. You can't be like everybody. It's like recreates this. Like like the spider theory. Like when
No, but
Fam's like,
didn't you start that off with saying that you have to trust? What was it?
he said, you gotta
Trust somebody because it's too much.
trust
you
them.
gotta trust that this is what they're gonna do.
Gonna do because he says
Because this is what they're
trust
known to
somebody,
do.
it's too much energy.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's almost like what James was explaining, right, Corey, with the Wolverine.
Basically, you got to
It's
accept
like
people for who they are.
right.
That's it. That's all he
Right.
was saying.
And when you give off the act that you're not doing that, that makes you the reverse of perspective, and you will get more than just bitten. That's why you see a lot of these you see footage or you hear stories of men that are parring with bears or mongoose or serp because they're just you know what I mean? I mean I'm in my space right now, but is what I'm saying making sense?
No.
Yeah, it's because you're playing them close. That's what X said. I like for me to find the footage, but he said the way X put that was like, and there's somebody outside. Who is that? It's okay. You could come inside.
You
You could come inside. No, come inside. You're good. You're good.
This police games?
Keynotes in the building.
Niggas is playing
Keynotes.
police
Yo,
games.
come on in, man. You could
Oh,
sub
it's
in.
notes.
Trey was just here. Keynotes, come in, man. Come in, man. You're good, man. You could get in if you want to come in.
I thought he went to the.
Did DMX inspire you? Come in, please. And what? Because we were just explaining. We were just talking about that. Shouts to Keynotes on the production. For a lot of people who don't know, this is the man
K-Notes.
behind. Shouts to Frieza Chin. A lot of the work that's been being sought out and with the mission, man. And you being a producer is an artist. We spoke about Swiss Beats. We just tell us a DMX story. What you know what I mean?
Man, DMX, just like seeing this man perform for like oceans of people, you feel me?
That
Like,
Woodstock footage.
Woodstock, that's
man,
crazy.
seeing footage of that kind of stuff growing up, you're
How
just
old
like,
were you?
I'd be
If
like,
you could vaguely remember.
13,
Yeah.
11 maybe,
Right.
13.
And he may not have been your favorite rapper, but there's things that
But
stuck
man,
with you.
every hit record, like every song was a smash hit. Him and Swizzy had that combination of just like hits, and
There was a couple at that time.
there was it was just
Swiss
like
has always been there too.
Yeah, that's why I can't although I say he's not to me the best of producers or my favorite. You're right, and that up to this day with verses and whatnot, the consistency, the repetition is
Yeah,
where I
that's-
gotta pay my.
Don't forget that's
Thank you.
Swizzy's thing.
Right.
Versus.
So I apologize, Swiss, for not saying you're the best of it. But but go on, sir.
Yeah, I mean, really, again, DMX is obviously a legend. He's gonna go down as that, and at that point in time, it's just I feel he's gonna get his dues. Too little, too late. Sometimes that happens a lot with people when they pass. It's like then people give them their flowers, and it's like, we gotta appreciate artists while they're still here, to make sure that again everyone has the support if they're in that position or whatever the case may be, to be able to lean on people around them to be able to get out of the funk. You know what I mean? At that point, it's just a matter of support, and through the industry, that's a big thing that is lacking a lot of times. But again, working with people like-minded as yourself, seeing eye to eye with people like that, is obviously how you kind of do your thing. You know, that's the best way to do it.
And with X, he was just so raw, man. He could just like, it's like what you said, Deez, when he asked the guy that he was praying for, like, what's your dad's name again? And he came back to that. He wasn't just that artist that didn't like.
So look, and then how Eddie summed that up was, he goes, before that day, I felt like I knew who DMX was. But that day, I met Earl Simmons. You feel me?
Right, yeah.
I should have said that when I fucking told the story, but I'm glad you said that. That's how he summed it up. He said, before that, I knew DMX right through the music. But that day,
who he was as the individual prior to the
right.
dark man.
All right.
Prior to the dark man, which we
right.
would have known you as.
I encourage
right.
everyone.
Come on in. This is perfect.
I encourage everyone to go out there and read DMX's autobiography.
It was Brenda, Letitia, Linda, Felicia, Dawn, LaShawn, Inez, Alicia, Teresa, Monica, Sharon, Nikki, Lisa, Veronica, Karen, Vicky, Cookie, Tanya, Danae, Lori, Carla, Marina, Selena, Katrina, Sabrina, Kim,
About 3 Kims.
Latoya, Tina, Shelly, Bridget, Kathy,
So you're looking
Rashida,
at a list of the names,
Kelly,
not the
Nicole,
lyrics.
Angel, Janita, Stacy. I remember doing this. Come in, it's all right. I remember doing this. I remember going like this on many occasions. Are you looking? And every time I reach up my neck, there's it sticked because it was so humid.
I never experienced that.
The floor. It's not a joke, man. We're seeing lizard. You see how Tre's like, oh my god, the spider, the freaking grasshopper. Oh my god, your
parlor spider.
Big buddy, you go tell them. Corey, there's lizards on site. Corey's laughing at us like, yo, buddy, I'm from Russia, eh? Yo, the pit bulls, them will eat.
We covered this earlier. I'm definitely not from Russia.
That's a lie. That's why I see
From
Corey's
Parkwood.
making like Russian. Like, it's not a joke.
There's no correlation to Russia
Man,
with
like,
Corey.
I'm doing this. Look, I'm literally trying to drown. Okay, don't you see me? I'm trying to drown the spider with the water, and the spider after a while is going like this. It's there, it's playing dead, and it's like.
Fam, I had to ask, yo.
That's a
14
fart.
rabbits growing up. Word.
Like around your sides?
In my crib.
14 rabbits.
Wallaha ad-din.
Oi, papa.
You guys remember Diz? That nigga looked like a 30-year-old in grade 6.
This from Street Dreams, Dizzy.
That nigga looked like a 30-year-old in grade 6. Yo, this nigga came true. Yo, this nigga came true in grade 6 with a goatee. Dunking, my nigga. Yo, bro. Yo, my coach said, yo, ref, check this nigga out, bro.
Yo, that's actually my son's cousin.
Nah, big up Diz. I haven't seen that nigga in years, but how he looks today, he looked like that in grade 6, my nigga.
Crazy?
No, I'm telling you guys this.
What's everyone's favorite DMX track?
What these bitches want from a nigga?
For real? That's your favorite?
That's fucking.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
My dog's bite. Jigga, ma, rock, oh, nah. Episode 29. Got my guy Corey to the left of Monlike. Tre was out. He had to just, finish off the session. Sean Rich is in the building. Shouts to the Collabo Camp. Shouts to Snow Alert Premium Vodka. My guy's Daily Deposits. Fresh, pure, pressed pineapple juice, not from concentrate. Off the sides. Let the goatee hang. That's you.
All right, guys, let's have a good one.
You're our goat. Short form for goatee. We're out of here. Episode 29. Collabo Camp. Snow Alert Premium Vodka. Big Boss Farm. CDM Music Group. Zoom H6. 4K footage. I had a game of 21 and I was like trying to go to work on, man. Don't ask me if I'm good, man. I'm more than good, but we out.
I need a cut.
COVID's in effect, man. This guy needs a cut.
All right.
Yo, we out.